Okay guys, here's my modded arcade 1-up Centipede cab. It doesn't even have Centipede. But the reason why I used the Centipede was because I couldn't find any deals, and Walmart has it to where you can order it to the store and it's like 170 bucks without the riser. So it was the cheapest cab. And since I was modding it, I went that route. So some of you guys, if you want to mod one of these, I picked Centipede because it was cheaper. Basically, I bought a kit. I bought this deck from DIY Retro Arcade. It comes with the buttons. It comes with, they have a video that runs you through everything. It comes with this speaker grill, these little extra service and test switches, an amplifier, power solutions. And so you want to order the deck board and the 61 kit from DIY Retro Arcade. I'll put links below. But I just kind of wanted to show you some things. Okay, so one of the biggest complaints you hear about this is that some of the sounds are jacked up and like some of them are too loud and everything. So to offset that, I added this. I just got some double-sided tape and I bought this volume control off of Amazon with two Amazon Basics. I think they're about 4-foot cables. I think they were about $7 and this was $19.99. I'll put a link down there for that. They're going to tell you how to hook all this up, so I'm not really going to go into all that. But basically on this deal, what happens is one of them runs out of the back of the board here. And it runs into the input here. And then this one runs out of here and then into the back of the monitor. Amplifier, sorry. And so that's one upgrade I did, pretty simple. The other thing I did was it comes with this way to turn the game on and off. And I had to use, I made a template of the back of this with a piece of paper. I had to stick these through the piece of paper to get it accurate. Then I taped it right here and I used a Dremel machine. I don't know if you don't have that machine, it may be a little tricky, maybe you can borrow one, and I cut it out. Well, I was not able to get this secure, so what I did was I just got some of these sheetrock anchors, and this type worked really well. Man, this thing isn't going anywhere. It's super sturdy and stable. Real happy with that. The other thing I have to advise is you're gonna need what's called an LCD driver board. I ordered one from DIY Retro Arcade and it didn't work. So basically, I found a video, and what you want to do is you want to go on Amazon, type in this number, whatever your monitor is. If you have a Galaga, Centipede, whatever, type in this monitor number, an LCD board on Amazon, and that will get you to the right board, and you can have it shipped in a few days. You're going to need an LCD cable. It's going to come with a lot of the stuff. There's some extra things when you sign up for this 60-in-1 kit that you can get. Just pay attention to that as far as to make it a little easier. There's your big power box down there and everything. So that's kind of the deal with that. So some things I want to point out. First issue I had, of course, was the LCD board. Had to order a different one, order that off of Amazon and get that monitor number. Number two was you can add a volume knob, double-sided tape, simple. I did add these finishing washers. Don't drill them down too hard, but just all over the board. They look really nice, you'll see. And you just pull the screw out and go to Ace Hardware or Home Depot or somewhere and get some finishing washers if you want to do that. There's a couple of other things that will throw you off. Number one, before you do anything on your board right here, make sure you look up dip switch settings and make sure you have it switched to not like cocktail, but to vertical, and then make sure you save the high scores and the test isn't on. You have to set that. There's only like 4 or 5 of them, and there's instructions. If you type in 60-in-1 board manual, you can find the manual and it'll tell you the correct dip switch settings. You got to set those right. So if you get all that hooked up, you got your LCD driver set up right, and you turn it on and it works. That's great. Well, let me show you something. The first thing you have to do is you want to turn this off and turn it back on real quick. Run down here and hold down this service button. and then it'll come up in the service mode. Yep, you'll get all this. You have to do that first, and I'll show you why. Well, the reason why is right now it's set up manually for like coin operation, and that's not going to work. So okay, so we're here on this screen. It says test next. So it is in test mode, I guess. Next. Okay, start plus that. I don't want to clear high scores. Okay, so the main thing is you see right here where it says free play yes. I think default it's set to no, so you can't make it work. So what you have to do is use your joystick to go down here to this one. Then you're going to use this button, S1 button, to turn it on. You want it on yes. Well, that's not going to save it. Then you have to go here and press this button and watch. See, it says set up okay. Now it's saved. So that's really important. I also suggest that you go, you can go down or left, right, and you turn the sound no, demo music no. You definitely want to do that. And then keep going down. And now what it will do is you've got all your games like Miss Pac-Man. Like say I didn't want Miss Pac-Man to show up, I would hit this button here. And this Pac-Man's now red, not showing up. I hit it again, now it's on. I always gotta hit this button to save my changes. So basically, I've gone in and I've picked my games, and I'll show you which ones. I'm turning it off and back on, and now it will automatically, in a minute, go back into the mode. It's gonna take a second. But the reason why I use Centipede is because, again, it was the cheapest cabinet. And the newer cabinets are a little nicer, but I mean, it's working well for me. When you get the kit, there's a video on how to set all this stuff up that I'll put below from DIY Retro Arcade that runs you through everything. And so you want to just use that video to set this up, and you'll be able to get there. Just, you know, I had a few setbacks, one with the LCD board, and the other was with taking it to free play, which you have to do before you start playing. And then I'm gonna show you one other thing that kind of will throw you up. Okay, I come in here, I've turned it on, everything's set. Wait a second, nothing's happening. Well, the way this thing works is you have to hit this button. Now we're cycling through the games. And I will show you real quick, the games that I kept active were Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Frogger, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Galaga 3, Gyrus, 1942, Burger Time, Junior Pac-Man, Phoenix, Quicks or Kicks, Xevious, Mr. Deuce Castle, Moon Cresta, Super Pac-Man, Shaolin's Road, 1943, Pac-Man Plus, The End, 1943, and then it gives you like extra, like you can have another Miss Pac-Man. I'd set this one on fast mode, and then Galaga, I set it on fast rapid fire, and on this Pac-Man I set it on fast. It's a lot of fun. So for example, so say we wanted to play Miss Pac-Man, we would go in here to Miss Pac-Man with our joystick. We would hit this start button. And then if I want to turn the volume up, I just turn the volume up. And you can adjust it down, you know, on the amp to be even louder. And then if it's late at night, you can pretty much shut it out. So anyway, there it is. There's some tips. There's my mod. I hope this helps some folks get there a little quicker than I did.